What's up, witches? It's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little craft for you to do along with me if you want, or this is actually something fun that you can do with kids or just for yourself. We are going to be creating a moon phase calendar um, for our grimoires, or just because you want to. So I'll leave the link in the description below for this. This is actually from NASA. And they have a couple of different ways that you can print it out. So you're going to need a few things. You're going to need, obviously, the calendar. You're going to need some glue or tape, some scissors, a pen or marker or something like that. And then you're also going to need either a brass brad or a button, or you'll see towards the end of this video that I improvised because I kind of made a mistake. But the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to cut out these sections here. So this is for the moon rise and the moon set, and then we have our moon phases. When you print it out, if you print it front and back, this section here will end up on the back of the page that you just saw. I didn't print front and back because I printed on cardstock and my printer likes to jam if I do that. So they all have instructions. And then this page here is another one that goes on top of everything else. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut these pieces out. All right, we've got our pieces cut out. Remember to recycle any of your scrap paper. This is what it looks like up close. The next thing that we need to do is fill in the moon phases. So it doesn't come pre-filled in. So this is a good exercise to help you remember the names of the different moon phases. And it's okay if you're like me and you had to Google it to make sure that you colored it in right. All right, we've got it all colored in, the different moon phases. And then the next thing that we need to do is cut out this page. Now this is going to be the page that goes on top of everything. And we're done. Now we can start assembling everything. Now what I just showed you, remember that would be on the back of the page. So you are gonna want the moon rise and the moon set, and you're gonna flip them over and put them on the back. There's gonna be a little window that gets created when you tape these pieces down to the larger piece. And this is because when you spin the wheel for the calendar, it will show you approximate moon rise and moon set times for the northern hemisphere. Now before we put it all together, we have to cut out the little holes in the center because this is going to spin. If you have a hole punch, you can use a hole punch. I don't have a hole punch, so I actually used a blade from an X-Acto knife, which I don't recommend unless you're used to doing things like that. And this is where I messed up because I was going to use a button to hold everything together, so I shouldn't have cut the hole out on the bottom page. I was going to actually sew through it. But I goofed, and that's okay because now I get to show you how to make a little brad, a little fastener out of cardstock. So if you don't have anything to fasten it together, just cut a piece of cardstock. I recommend cardstock and not regular paper because cardstock is thicker, but you're going to cut a circle and then you're going to cut 2 little lines across from each other in the circle. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take those 2 little slivers that you made and pull them up. And it comes out looking like a metal fastener. So now you just use it like one of those little metal fasteners that you use when you're in school. You stick it through that side with the fasteners on the back, and it pops through just like that. So now you're going to assemble it all together. So you have the bigger piece on top, the moon phases in the middle, and the full sheet on the bottom. And it spins. Now what I did to help the little fastener stay in place is I actually grabbed some tape and I just taped it down on the back side just so that it wouldn't accidentally come out or get messed up or anything like that. And there we have our moon phase calendar. Now both of the circles spin. So the way that you use this is you figure out where the date is, and then you spin the bottom portion of it with the moon phases to line up the right moon phase with the right day. And then you look in the little windows there and it gives you the approximate moonrise and moon set times. It has instructions on it in case you ever forget. And what I like about this is it also has the moon events for 2020. So if you ever want to know when the next eclipse is, just look at your moon phase calendar. So I decided to give it a little spin here to figure out the moon phase around summer solstice, around midsummer. And it turns out that it is a new moon. And you can look here and you can see too that Samhain is a full moon. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this little witchy space craft that you can do at home by yourself or with children. Let me know if you try this out, and I'd love to see them. If you have pictures or if you want to make a video of you making it, be sure to tag me and let me know that you did it. As always, thank you so much to my patrons, Jess and Rose at wiccanhomestead.com. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and stick around to see the next video.